keep forgetting I put that on loop. I gotta change that, y'all. Greetings and good vibes, everybody. It's your guy Jontel, joined again with the co-host Meg. What's going on,
Good evening,
y'all?
everyone.
We are back with some more information, news, current events. Last night we had a lot of information to share with y'all. It was packed with some shit that is going on around the world and in our nation. However, Facebook decided to censor some stuff, so we are also restreaming that episode right now as we speak. Go check it out or save it to your phone, save it to your laptop. Do what you need to do. Soak this information up. What's going on with you, Meg? How you doing today?
I am doing great. How are you doing, love?
I can't complain. I'm breathing.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Good deal. Good deal. Good deal.
Yeah, I said I can't complain.
I can't complain either. I'm happy to be here.
Waylon Walker is not.
Exactly.
Munoz is not. That's why
exactly.
So the first thing I want to talk about this evening is this thing right here. As if you're looking, I said slave catchers. That's exactly what they are. Apparently, the cops called. The police were called because a black kid was in danger, I guess, and the cops came and went to check on the white perpetrator instead of the black victim. So just take a look at this.
Oh my goodness!
Exactly. I can't. You know what? These scenarios keep playing out. Just watch, y'all.
To push my daughter and also hit these little kids in the head over here. As you see, my little daughter is a little young here, so the lady over there saw it, and she's willing to give you a statement. The kids are here unattended with their parents. Not okay. All right, so can you please come over and this? Make sure she's okay too. Her parents. Well, sure they're coming. They're without parents.
She has a phone. I have to make sure her parents are coming real quick. Okay.
Could you come to us? I called you first. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I called you about him.
Okay.
And there's all these witnesses.
Okay.
All right. Come here, Megan. Come here, Megan. Mm-hmm. Okay.
How are you?
He made a fist, banged him on the head, and then she got over here. She can, her mind's on right here. She comes over like 3 or 4 days over here with the two. She followed me, and she's trying to get me. She goes like this, and she wouldn't stop her. She was still doing it, and then banged her.
Crazy. So
what?
He clearly just didn't even acknowledge what the guy was saying and just went straight to this woman anyway. This is like exactly. So this is like the same situation that we saw last night with the pastor being arrested and the white woman. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same thing.
Slave catchers.
Exactly. It's exactly what they are. Slave catchers.
Exactly.
And I will not be censored. The revolution will be televised. Fuck what you heard.
Right.
Mainstream
get on
media,
our level.
Mainstream media can kiss my motherfucking ass.
Amen, brother. For real. Because it's the shit that you don't see on the news every day. Exactly. They don't want you to see that.
Exactly.
Poor kids. They're starting early, like showing how, like how the world looks at situations,
right.
Guilty automatically being black. Like that's just like last night we talked about gardening while black, driving while black. Like everything is now, you're a suspect if you are black.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually gotten pulled over as I was in Mount Joy, Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah.
This was
racist area for those who don't know.
This was like 3 years ago. I was at a light and there was a police officer that was facing me at the other light. It was dark outside. He actually followed my car all the way to my mom's house because the person that was in my passenger seat, my boyfriend at the time, they swore that he was a suspect in a robbery. The only reason they thought he was a suspect was because he was a black man.
Yep.
And they got him out of the car and he could hardly walk at the time. He was like having some major like back issues. And I was like, are you serious? Like, this is the world that we live in. And it's just getting worse.
It's fucking crazy, yo. This is shit I'm talking about. Like, okay, so last night We were talking about all this amazing, all this not amazing, all this fucked up news going on. YouTube flagged the video for hate speech.
Are you
It's
serious?
Yep, it's removed. It is removed.
For hate speech.
Yeah.
So
So I'm going to go to the Leon Blocks YouTube and see if it's still up on our YouTube channel, because this is some shit.
they got to stop getting mad. Like, we're out here just spreading the truth like Jesus did. You know, like,
That's exactly what they don't want.
if you
We're
don't
in the
like
world
it,
of
keep it moving.
we're in the world of disinformation, you know?
But the times are changing and the information has to come to light. That's the only way that these people, these families that are directly impacted are going to have justice.
Oh yeah,
And I'm
on our YouTube, they're all still up.
okay, that's good. But hate speech, like for real, like somebody, are you that petty? Like, we're going to pray for you because that is insane. Whenever we definitely did not talk, any kind of hatred at all.
Sure didn't.
We love everybody. And that's the only thing that's going to bring everybody together across like all lines of division is love.
For real.
Love grows love.
Talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first bit of news. I've got a bunch of stuff for y'all today. There will be riots in the street if Trump is prosecuted. Lindsey
Trump
Graham
done had all of these illegal documents, attorney privileged information inside his Mar-a-Lago home. He's disgusting.
Exactly.
Potential misinformation. I wonder why they didn't warn themselves or the FISA court in 2016.
Well, you had a really good high-minded discussion with your last guest. I'm just going to get really to the bottom of all this. Most Republicans, including me, believes when it comes to Trump, there is no law. It's all about getting him. There's a double standard when it comes to Trump. What happened with Hunter Biden is that the FBI weighed in to make sure the story didn't break for the 2020 election.
Here we go.
We now have whistleblowers at the FBI telling Senator Grassley that
I'm done watching this.
Okay, yeah, I don't even know what happened with Hunter Biden, but I care less, to be honest.
Right.
We were screwed with Trump anyway. He did put a lot of money in our pockets. Like, transparency is key, but at the same time, he also gained a whole lot of QAnon followers, and
he ain't doing another thing for me. I ain't got nothing to say about the motherfucker. He's gone. I really don't give a fuck. Like,
exactly.
Should he be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law?
100%.
Hell yeah, he motherfucking should.
Just like we would be, honey. Just like we would be.
Right, but us as people have bigger fish to fry.
Exactly.
I mean, and I'm not saying I'm going to leave it up to these politicians to do anything, but I don't know. He's just not my focus right now. I do want him to be someone's focus. You know what I mean? But just not
100%. Right. We got people out here that says they're protecting and serving that are actually like killing innocent people. So that's what's kind of wheeling our wheelbarrow right now.
So if someone watching could find the link really quick to the press conference that was released today, please let me know, because I cannot find it and I would love to talk about it and share it with y'all. But however, I'm going to put this link in the comments.
Do we have any updates from our friends in Akron?
No, not that. I haven't gotten any personally yet.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard anything today.
I found this article interesting and I wanted to share with y'all because being biracial, I mean, I'm not biracial, but being biracial can be a thing that is not really the experience, not something that's like talked about as much. Like, you've got tons of biracial celebrities, but they're always touted as black, not biracial. Do you know what I mean? So it's really cool to hear that these two individuals are coming out with, some, talking about
narratives for it, right?
Yeah.
And because they always make you check white or black. It shouldn't be like that. There should be, two or more races or biracial, or, I mean, everybody needs identified correctly.
Exactly. I know. I'm not trying to play this ad right now. I just wanted to go to that story. What do I have here? Oh, this was from last night. People can check this out as well because this is really important.
Yes, and just to summarize about what she's talking about real quickly,
Yeah.
last night we did talk about it on the podcast, but this is a lovely queen from the Akron area that's on the ground right now. She was interviewing a gentleman that got beaten by police. He was considered number 13. There was no name involved. From what I gather, he's not even from the area. Would you agree, Jontel, or no?
I'm actually not positive of where he's from. I know that his name is Ty Brown on Facebook. His name's Tyrone Brown.
But he was beaten. They dragged him. He had road rash marks on his hand. He actually had to go to the hospital after being arrested, but he left the scene of the incident unharmed and not bleeding or anything. So it was a really coinkadink situation that needs to be accounted for by the Akron Police Department. We are waiting on that.
Oh, and I just want to point things out because we aired this video last night. We went live about this and the night before, and the video from last night has been taken down. It's been flagged for whatever reason. Either there's trolls, there are police, or both. And copyright claims from different. We did nothing wrong. The video has been taken down. We have restreamed it. However, we will be posting it up to the leonblock.com, so you will be able to check it there. Do not fuck with us.
Unstoppable, unbreakable. We got this. Explanation point, honey.
Talk about it. Talk about it. All right. So what else we got going on here? Oh yeah. This I found interesting.
And the former president seems to be in QEer territory that has ever been before, right? As it relates to the posting of explicit QAnon-related materials. Tell us more about what that says to you.
Yeah, so this is the first time ever he posted a Q drop, which is a post by Q itself from 4chan that has been aggregated onto another website. It looks like an endorsement, but here's the thing. I just want to make this clear. I doubt he even knows what this is. It's a bunch of gibberish about three-letter agencies and the FBI common enemies. So I would bet that he saw the letters FBI and, who really has control. And he's like, ooh, this sounds good to me. And just
I disagree.
He shared 3 dozen things.
That motherfucker don't know shit.
I think he's strategic as hell, and he got somebody in his pocket telling him to go after all these white uneducated people. Like, excuse me, like, it's sad.
You got a point there. Yeah,
that
you're right.
The same amount of friction.
Because they go after people like that don't have, usually if you look at the statistics of it, people don't have more of like an 8th or 9th grade education. You're talking about like farmers, like, and it's really just using the indigenous white people to go against everybody else to cause a divide. Yeah.
No, you got it. You definitely, hit the nail on the button. Like, seriously. That analogy was so wrong, but
my dad, God rest his soul, like he was I was raised Republican. I'm from Missouri, and like my dad was one of the ones that quick jumped on the QAnon train without even realizing it. And it's all like it's unknowledge. It's the opposite of knowledge, like. And it took me a lot of time to get it through his head. Like, Dad, this is like satanic stuff, and that's how I ended up getting it through to him. Was like, this is from the devil. Like, do not believe, because he would tell me like, when the election took place, he was like, oh, the military is gonna, take it, whatever it's called, whenever the military takes over. He was like, it's gonna be one of those, and he's gonna stay in office. Like, I'm telling you, the shit that I heard from him was crazy, and it took a lot of praying and a lot of like repetitive conversations to get him out of that and to realize what it was.
That is so crazy. It's sad. Yeah. It's sad. There's so many people in this country that literally are just mindless.
They just don't know. And that's, people turn their heads, and that's the world that we live in. That's why we have to bring, knowledge and power and strength to these situations to show that like, this is not normalized, whatsoever. So this is Anthony Vargas. I'll speak about him real quick, Jontel.
Yeah. By all means.
So Los Angeles has been front and center of some corrupt shit going on for a while now. Chief Venezuela, or Sheriff Venezuela, I'm sorry, he is really looking like he likes to cover shit up. And he looks like he likes to go after reporters. And like, so this is Anthony Vargas. He was a young man, Latino man, that they have released the body cam or the footage. Like he got shot and killed by police. Like they shot him. It was once in the arm, 10 times in the stomach, like abdominal area, twice in the head, like some straight bullshit.
Goodness.
He did not have a weapon. Like, and this poor family, now is fighting for justice. And it's crazy. Like, if you look up the Los Angeles Police Department's lawsuits and settlements, they paid out billions of dollars because of cops being neglectful.
Yep.
I did an autopsy the other week. And this autopsy, there was an undercover cop that was driving the wrong way on the highway. He hit this person, killed the person, killed himself. He was in a police vehicle, but it took the police 3 months to identify him other than John Doe.
Wow.
How does that happen? Let's talk about it, because somebody got to explain it to me. I don't understand.
For real.
Now, granted, 95% of the body was charred, but you still have that license plate that's linked to the vehicle that it's registered to, which would be a police vehicle. So please, somebody answer that for me.
FOP, cover-ups, co-opting. You already know.
Exactly.
You already know what it is.
Cover-ups and on cover-ups, just like the police gangs. Like they definitely, exist. We've seen them. Yep. In California, Los Angeles, with this guy, the police gangs called the Benditos. And the only reason that it came out was because they had a meeting, like a sheriff's meeting or something. You can look it up on YouTube, and they all got into it. Like there was people that was leaving rats and loosening people's lug nuts. Like this is some hardcore shit. Mm-hmm. And so like for it to exist in Redding, which is close to here, it exists within, I would guarantee you it probably exists within every larger jurisdiction. So like we said last night, watch for matching tattoos.
For real. I'm going to go back to the story. Just give me 1 second.
No, you're good.
Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to read it off real quick.
Okay.
Just to dive in deeper to the story.
Yes.
This was back in July. On July 27th, over 60 members of the LA community gathered outside the East LA Sheriff's Department, which is like what is known as like the hub of these police gangs, or at least the one that's most prominently known.
Right.
To celebrate the life of Anthony Daniel Vargas, who would have been celebrating his 22nd birthday that day. His mother, twin brother, and a score of family members carried on the torch of his life with powerful words and chants. Those present could feel the living energy of Anthony's memory when his mother, activist and human trafficking case manager, Lisa Vargas, brought the group together to sing happy birthday to her beloved son. Her vocal involvement in the Civilian Oversight Commission meetings and organizing civil disobedience have helped make her into a dedicated warrior for justice and those slain by killer cops. Anthony Vargas was killed by LA Sheriff's deputies Jonathan Rojas and Nicholas Perez on August 12th of 2018. LA District Attorney Jackie Lacey has refused to indict the killer officers despite autopsy results showing that Anthony was shot 13 times in the back. Yeah. Lisa Vargas stated that she strongly believes that the Benditos, a brutal gang of deputies within the East LA Sheriff's Department, was involved in her son's murder. They proudly wear tattoos of a skeleton holding a pistol and wearing a sombrero and conduct their own initiation rites, their activities tolerated by the department. And according to ABC7, a local news station, several senior deputies even beat, punched, and choked unconscious several rookie deputies at a Kennedy Hall police party in East LA. And that's what you were referring to?
Yeah.
And was it a Vice or Vox news
it was
news
a Vice
story? Vice, yep. Right, and they talk about all of this, so I'm really happy that PSL and Liberation News have highlighted the story, because the LA police in general, not even just the East LA department, but the LA department,
the whole department, right?
The whole damn shebang is fucked up.
Right. From the top to the bottom to the top, however you want to view it.
Exactly. These actions prompted the FBI to open an investigation into the banditos, demonstrating the LAPD's inaction in rooting out extremist groups within its own ranks. This only further demonstrates the truth of the common phrase of the cops being the biggest gang in the city. Vargas added that as soon as her son passed away, at least 10 mothers whose children were killed or brutalized by the East LA sheriffs came to her to show solidarity and support. According to her, the mothers told her that we can't say anything because when they come to do an investigation, the first thing they're asking is, what is your immigrant status?
Uh-huh. Motherfuckers.
Wow.
That's sick. Excuse my language, but like, come on now.
Good. Like, express your outrage. That is
like that is sickening. And what's so bad about it is, okay, so as you were talking, I was like, pause in my head, and I'm like, code blue.
Right.
They're going down because all of that shows patterns of inconsistencies and neglect. Even if we got to paint the picture our damn selves with the evidence, like that's what we're going to do at this point.
Yeah.
Because this cannot keep happening. Lives cannot be like, and this was a young kid. He would have been 22, killed in 2018 or 18. So that's 4 years ago. He was 17 years old. Is that right? 17, 18 years old.
Yeah. That was what, 4 years ago? Wow.
Yep. So they out here killing our babies. And as a mother, I would be outraged. As a mother, I'm disheartened. As a mother, that makes me fucking furious.
Yeah.
And to also add, this is also the same location that the coroners are taking the brains and the spleens, and they're hiding the blunt force trauma that's happening.
What?
Yes, this is the same department.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets worse. Right.
And what's so crazy is it's happening also in Lancaster County, where there's been
talk about it.
Spleens, livers missing, blunt force trauma. Did you know, Lancaster residents, that your family members, unless you're looking at the autopsy yourself, you never know what was taken to cover something up. I'm seeing a lot of these in the car seal, which means jail deaths, as well as the police officer involved shootings. And how do you go back to a family and have to let them know, like, that happened?
You got any other news stories to share with everybody?
Let me see. I'm still disgusted over the last night thing about Jace Blaine being the fourth police officer for Pennsylvania State Police to shoot. He's the fourth he shot now 4 people. He's considered Officer of the Year. It's great. Pennsylvania State Police Officer Jace Blaine. If you ever see him, put your hands up. Don't do anything crazy because he likes to shoot people. And that's disgusting as well. Like, I actually talked to somebody's sister that the last person he killed. I spoke to their sister, and they told me that this person was tased after he was shot.
I believe it.
And you're not supposed to tase or do anything once you have somebody in handcuffs. So please explain to me what the procedures and the protocols is, Pennsylvania State Police, because now I need to know.
Oh yeah, this happens a lot.
Yep, every day, and it's horrible.
Yeah, I'm not seeing nothing else for me. That's all I got.
Okay. Yep. Well, I mean, hey, we did a pretty intense episode last night, and then coming back today, we did also hit up Anthony Vargas's mother, waiting to hear back from her. We welcomed her to come on the show and talk about it. We do understand that these families go through a lot, being directly impacted. They are offered no support services whatsoever. That means support as far as caring for their individual family, making sure they're okay. I've actually heard a story of an officer shooting and killing a family member and turning around, and they did it in front of the father, and they turned around and told them to call a cleanup crew.
Oh my goodness.
So this is the kind of compassion and empathy that we have for one another. Love grows love. but hate also grows hate. So we have to be conscious of how we're treating one another, whether that be me, you, or anybody else out there, because these people, you never know what somebody's going through.
Couldn't agree with you more. Fam, you always got them good gems to throw out. That's why you my co-host. That's why I appreciate you.
Yes, of course. I'm always here.
Hard in the paint, going with the wind, and always got the facts and information. For those who don't know, Megan Keller is our investigative reporter and Leon Block correspondent. She's also co-host to our webisodes and really does go hard in bringing out the information of particularly police brutality cases and people behind bars. And it's been a really crazy whirlwind of a path already. So I'm excited to see what things are in store for us together, Meg. So I appreciate you being a part of the team.
Yes, always. It's my pleasure. I thank you for giving me this platform to raise hell about this bullshit that happens every day right in front of our faces.
That's what I'm talking about.
And bring awareness to it, honey, because it's got to stop. It has to stop. We have to come together. We have to love one another, and it starts with us. So if we can, if we can educate, if we can give somebody wisdom, I'm with it all day, every day.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, love. Is there anything you wanted to wrap up by saying?
No, just be kind, love one another, guys. Pay attention to your surroundings, pay attention to what's going on around you, and watch out for your neighbor.
That's right. Always a pleasure, y'all. Make sure you meditate on your path, celebrate your being, liberate your spirit, and educate yourself. I'm Jontel.
I'm Meg Keller.
Be blessed and have a good one, y'all.
Bringing